Some breaking news now for you out of Capitol Hill. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he has secured enough Republican votes to start President Donald Trump's impeachment trial and postpone a decision on witnesses and documents that Democrats want. The trial could begin this week if House Speaker Nancy Pelosi sends the articles of impeachment over to the Senate. Pelosi has so far delayed handing those over as Democrats push to get Republicans to hear from new witnesses during the trial.